今なんて
デートです。
デート？落ち着け。これは多分アニメの影響だ。きっと本来の意味を理解していないだろう。だが待て、外野は誰も兄弟だと思っていない。そして俺を。
So at this point in watching Am I Actually the Strongest? Like, zero complaints about what's on offer here. So we have Heart finally going into the capital, finally going into school. Well, not into school, but, you know, signing up for school and all that, getting his first dorm, you know, choosing Lisa, seeing flare around or just, you know, just kind of just complain a lot that she doesn't get to go. And Lisa being his attendant there and her getting her own attendant room and him getting completely drained by the taxing experience of having to deal with people, and his introvertness just won't allow him to be out there, you know what I mean? So this episode, fantastic, you know, like just freaking great. The best moment of the episode, and I know it's not Mommy, because Mommy is definitely like, oh my god, Mommy's the hottie frittata over there. But you know, the second, I guess, you know, she's number one. The second best one is like, and honestly, you know what I think? I think I know exactly why her husband married her. Like, do you see that bombshell? Like she's a little evil, a little crazy. Like just imagine, like yeah. Like, I know a lot of people, you know, like when I watch villainous animes, you know, like the actual villainesses, you know, that are just like, they're pretty evil. It's like, it just does something inside of me. Anyways, so the second part, you know, the second thing of this episode that really stood out to me is like the best moment of the episode is, I like how Heart talks crap a lot about like Flay and Charles having Flay completely wrapped around her finger and stuff. But like, all this man needed was a little hint of a date with his little sister, you know what I mean? And he just became mush, like a bunch of mushiness in his hands, in her hands, I should say. Like he just became mush, and he was just like this fluttery ball of smiles as he just did everything she wanted. She's like, yo, look at some fish. He's like, oh, I love fish. You know, she's like, let's go eat here. Like, let's go eat there. Can you buy me this? Here's, take my money. Like all of it. It's like, yo, we want to talk about being wrapped around fingers. Like, yo, Heart's like got it bad. Like Charles says, like, yo, Heart jump. He's like, okay, let's go to the sky. You know, like I love watching that. Like for me, I know like a lot of you guys, like Charles isn't your favorite character, and I can totally get why in certain cases, you know, her overtaking of certain scenes, her more focus on the show, like if she strikes you as like annoying in any way, shape, or form, that I can understand. Like it can be a little bit too much to have this character keep getting shoved in your face, and it can even make you not want to watch the anime, depending if your hatred or just general dislike, you know, for the character really is just kind of like too powerful. For me personally, I think she's the best part of the show. I love how she's a Sailor Guardian and pretty cure, and I love how she's talking about like, you know, anime dates, and like I like how she's conspiring against evil. And of course, like Eminence in Shadow, her conspiration of evilness is actually being real, as Heart's other siblings have demised at the school being ran by like a religious cult group, which is just kind of like crazy. So it's one of those things that like I just really love to you know, to see all of that. And then I also, one of the interesting things, or one of the more off the wall things as well, is the fact that you know, you have Heart's other biological, you know, siblings or whatever, and you have his, you know, biological sister over there kind of getting all emotional about Heart, and like getting all hard for Heart, if you know what I mean. And I think that whole thing is interesting as well, because eventually, like, you know, she comes on, you know, once he goes to school and everything, she comes on a little too strong. Like he's gonna have to tell her, like, yo, we just, you know, like non-compatible, like sister, you know what I mean? Like even I was gonna say, in a moment I was gonna be like, oh well, they're half siblings. They're not even half, like they're like complete full. And what's crazy, actually, thinking about like his brother and sister too, is seemingly like they came after him, but they seem to be the same age. So I wonder how that whole entire thing kind of works. Hopefully they kind of shed more light to there. They just kind of have kids that just kind of appeared. But regardless, overall, really good episode. We got to see the Momma villain there and everything else that, you know, transpired within the episode. And we got to meet the girl, the white-haired girl. I don't remember what her name is, but apparently she might be like a demon or like a spirit or an elf or something crazy, because she, through Lisa's senses, kind of like disarray, and then Charles, being very inept in magic and really in tune with it as well, she was kind of like, yo, what's up with this girl as well too. So she'll probably come more in play in the future, especially as she noticed that heart. Like, she's like, yo, I know you. And even though he was in disguise as the Mr. Black Superstar Master, whatever the hell he's called. So anyways, overall good episode, really enjoyed it, can't wait to see more. All right, as always, see you guys next week.